It's good to see you. I must go. I know I will go. Anyway, I'll go.
Hold him. Now you listen to me, you hillbilly punk who thinks the world's still round. I'm here to tell you it's not. It's flat!
He's an interesting guy, man, and, you know, he believes it, so. Kyrie, the earth is flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, whatever.
The earth is flat. That's news.
That's news. Here we go.
Into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Broadcasting straight to you from a large spaceship, currently at war with the mainstream scientific community. Meanwhile, the Peanut Gallery is monitoring the mainstream media as they slowly start talking about the flat Earth. All it took was a survey to finally say that a third of young adults believe the Earth might not be round. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Check it out at enclosedworld.com or just Google Flat Earth Clues. If you can't find it, you're not very good at the internet. For those of you listening to this on YouTube, you want to hear the show live as it happens, please go to Truth Frequency Radio for the latest schedule. Currently, this show is on Tuesday nights at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, and if it is not April 10th, 2018, well, then you're listening to a rerun. So check it out live if you can. Quote of the day from the Peanut Gallery goes a little something like this. I would like to see every woman know how to handle firearms as naturally as they know how to handle babies. That's from Annie Oakley. Could that apply to the guest we have tonight? I think it does. A couple quick announcements. The Toronto meetup, we'll announce that on Patricia's show on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes tomorrow. It's going to be April 30th in Toronto, of course, as she and I are visiting the Toronto Hot Docs Film Festival, where the documentary Behind the Curve will premiere. We'll give you all the details real soon. We got time. So I haven't made the promo yet, but I will. I swear. It'll be cool. The Mark Sargent Flat Earth Challenge is still in effect. This is my personal declaration of war from Flat Earth against mainstream science. I, Mark Sargent, hereby put forth a challenge to any university, foreign or domestic, to debate or discuss the Flat Earth reality. The short version is this. You fly me in, take care of my hotel. I'll face down any scientific body you put against me. My only debate requirement is that you have someone with a master's degree in a physical science either participating in or supervising the event. Accept this challenge and you will be treated with respect. If not, then you're just cowards hiding behind empty equations. We are going to have a guest tonight, but before that, let me rattle off real quick all the fun subject matter experts we've had on this show since about middle of 2015. Deep breath, United States Navy missile instructor, United States Air Force navigator, a Marine Corps sniper instructor, a Navy submarine chief, an Army artillery radar operator, an Australian intelligence officer, American flight instructor, an industrial engineer specializing in valves and seals, career surveyor of 32 years, an international shipping expert, a corporate travel agent, an air traffic controller, United States Army master gunner, an aviation and ground training combat expert, a USDA surveyor of 27 years, a 32nd degree Mason, an etheric science researcher, a commercial airline captain, an airline co-pilot, an industrial vacuum expert, a merchant marine, an Army air traffic controller, a U.S. Navy quartermaster, and a U.S. Navy cryptological technician, otherwise known as electronic warfare. Anybody that would like to add to that, please, by all means, contact me at msargent23@comcast.net. I almost had it. Or you can do my phone number, which is 303-494-6631. You know why? It's because I'm having a drink tonight because of our guest that we have, which I'm going to introduce right now. And I'm not giving out the phone numbers until the second hour or the end of the first hour. So my guest is a longtime flat earther. She is one of the members of FEcore, I think a high-ranking member, if I'm not mistaken. We first met down at the Raleigh conference last year. First time we ever came face-to-face. She's a complete chatterbox. And I must say, she has recovered nicely from her years as an adult film actress, where I believe her stage name was Viper. I got to hand it to you. You really bounced back nicely, going to your roots. So, Karen B., how are you?
I'm doing great, Mark. How are you?
I'm fine. Were you waiting for that curveball, or did you think it was actually going to be a straight info?
No, I knew you were going to pull something.
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we've got. There's plenty of stuff we can talk about. I just don't know where to start with you. Other than maybe we should start with what is. Let's just get right to it. What is FEcore, and what are they attempting to do, and what are you doing in it?
Okay, well, FEcore is a independent scientific research group that is a 501c3, and it is made up of all flat earthers. And what they are doing is performing experiments to sort of challenge mainstream science and, bust the globe.
Oh, cool. Right on. Hey, real quick, I've just got to check with the Peanut Gallery. Is everything checking out? I've got some people, I don't know if they've been drinking out in the chat room. Is everything, can you guys hear myself and Karen right now? It says live. People are calling in. Everything good? I'm hearing rumors that maybe not, but I could be that somebody clicked on. And let's see. Brian says TFR is having an issue. Got notices a couple people are here. A couple people are hearing recorded, IE and mobile seem to be messing up. Well, that's right. You know what? Ours is going to be recorded, so it's going to go. We're going to go to the archives anyway, which most of us got you live. Okay, cool. All right. I just want to make sure every once in a while someone will say something, we can't hear you, but sometimes that's the Peanut Gallery. Anyway. So tell us about. Sorry, Karen, I didn't mean to this happens. You've listened to my show. You know what happens here sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What? Look, thank God I've done technical support for a living for as long as I have, because otherwise I might freak out. But I tell you the worst thing that ever happened to me here. I actually did, I think, 8 or 9 minutes of me rattling off emails and crap, and my microphone was muted. And the Peanut Gallery had the night off, so I didn't know. And then, about 9 minutes in, I look and the thing's muted. It's oh my God, I've been literally doing nothing for 9 minutes, just sitting here. Might as well have just been. Anyway. I know. People are saying it's a rookie mistake and you hate to see it. And yeah, that's one of the reasons I give people such a hard time about muting their microphone.
I'm sure nobody noticed.
It's awful. Thank you for saying that. It's awful. And luckily for me, I get to edit that crap out for the YouTube versions. People don't know. The TFR archive versions are a freaking shotgun blast. There's just so many things in there, so many things that happen on any given month. And yeah, by the time they get to YouTube, they're pretty polished. but you're saying YouTube isn't that polished. I'm going, that's what I mean, right? Imagine if it wasn't the YouTube version. So tell me about Hungary. You recently went on a trip with a whole bunch of people out, and were you one of the people that caught pneumonia when you were out there?
No, I didn't get sick.
But so you guys went to break it down for me. You went to Hungary to do a laser test with supposedly an military grade laser. What was the name of the lake? Do you remember?
Lake Balaton.
Balaton.
Mm-hmm.
And you had people from all over the place join together for this.
Like 11 or 12 countries, 10, 11, 12 countries, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And
that was awesome.
The goal was to shoot a laser a long, long way and maybe have Guinness involved?
Well, it wasn't Guinness directly. It was a records guy from Hungary who was associated with Guinness. So, yeah. Oh, cool. Right on. And are you allowed to talk about the details of this, or what's happening? Because I know that you guys were out there. You were out there for how many days? We were out there for 5 days. 5 days.
And from what I saw from the early footage, the weather was not helpful at all.
No, it was not.
It was, so you guys were like, move forward the test. It's basically you guys risking like exposure.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were there. You're there. Everybody went there. Everybody flew there from all over. So you just had to go with it, right?
Yeah, it's not like a baseball game where you're like, I don't think so. No, yeah. You're going to do this with the exception of earthquakes and lightning. And even lightning, you probably would have been like, count the seconds between the thunder. Is it getting closer? Type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you go ahead.
Well, it wasn't thunder or anything, but it was snowing and it was extremely cold.
Oof. Sounds awful. Yeah. A lot of people got sick. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people did get sick. And like some people were sick before they got there, and then they got sick again when they were there. And some people were fine when they got there, and then they got sick while they were there. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really really great. And you, again, if you say, well, I can't release these details, your primary laser even had a problem with the weather.
Well, yeah. The laser, because it was so cold, I guess they had designed it so that it wouldn't even kick on until it reached a certain temperature, and it was so cold that the laser wouldn't turn on. And so they had to heat it up to get it to turn on. But then I guess it turns out that there was some sort of design flaw. Something wasn't connected properly inside the laser, and the crystal was damaged the first day.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And was this, I imagine this wasn't a rental or anything as far as the laser goes. This was a special, don't have to tell me who donated the laser, but this was an expensive piece of equipment that got permanently fried or only kind of damaged.
Well, kind of damaged. Like it can be repaired, but yeah, it was damaged to the point where it wasn't going to do what we needed it to do for the experiment.
Wow. So you had to, but luckily you had backups.
We had backups. Yes, we had backups.
Not as powerful.
Right. Not as powerful because that main laser, it wasn't an exceptionally powerful laser. The special thing about it really mostly was the collimated lens. To keep it from having too much divergence once you get to those long distances. Right. So that was the main thing about that laser.
Wow. And can you say the final distance you got? The
final distance that we were able to achieve at Lake Balaton was 12 kilometers.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, is definitely something you shouldn't be able to do on a ball that has a radius of 3,959 miles. So.
I am impressed that you actually memorized the 3959. But I always round up because remember, you're talking out. There's going to be people listening out there that aren't going to remember that number. The general public, they like simple numbers, which is why I always say 4,000 miles. Who's going to challenge me? A nerd? It's like, well, actually, at 3,959 miles, it's like, look, nerd, stop it. This is why you're losing, because you're trying to break it down too much. The average person is barely going to remember 4,000 miles. But to your point, what I loved about this test and what I've been trying to tell people more about is that the cold weather really, really helps these tests. You know, and you probably noticed that when you're out, the exception of like snow and, you know, really awful weather conditions. If it's clear and very, very cold, you can get some fantastic conditions. You probably saw that video that I put out last year showing that couple, that married couple that went out to the ice, some icy lake. And she went out to one side with a flashlight and literally sat down on the ice next to the shore, and his camera was 3 feet off the ice. Literally, you know, his prongs were on the ice. And, you know, really, I think, you know, late at night or, you know, dusk going into pitch blackness, and they could see it. And the reason why they could, why the Fata Morgana didn't kick in, why the atmospheric lensing, whatever you want, angled refraction, all that other crap, is because it was so cold.
Right. But you still get refraction in cold weather, though. It's just different.
Yeah, but I don't think as much, which is why, in fact, let's segue into this real quick. What did you think recently, as you know, we got, I think, 12 minutes, 11 minutes to the break. What recently we had the Brazilians do that documentary, that 2-hour documentary, and let's not talk about the second hour right away anyway. What'd you think of that first hour of them doing tests, you know, at night, during the day, and all the drama? Do you have an opinion?
Well, the first hour seemed pretty good. It would be nice for them to go into detail about some of those tests. But yeah, the first part where they're doing all the experiments, yeah, that looked. When I was watching it, I was pretty impressed. I thought, wow, these guys are really putting in a lot of effort, and I thought it was great. Yeah. And then. And then. And then as the first hour wrapped up and they moved into the second hour, I won't say it went all wrong as some movies we may talk about later in the show, but it got wrong pretty fast. And to where the last 15 minutes, it's like, where are you guys going with this? You know, saying that you've got a continent, really? One continent on the, I mean, they basically jumped on it. It's like, okay, we're going to still stay heliocentric, but we're going to have this giant lumpy asteroid in space with water on top and kind of a barrier between continents and another water puddly. Basically two little mud puddles, one bigger, one smaller. And they had like no proof. I mean, nothing for the second one. It's like, it was like some weird fuzzy picture.
Yeah.
That they showed for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Just blurred the hell out of it as going, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the asteroid in space, that bugs me.
Yeah, I know. Everybody jumps on it. I mean, you saw the stuff, or maybe you didn't, that was coming out today. We'll look at some of the videos that came out in the last week. But ever since, media loves copying each other, and they love the freaking disc in space. They love it. They love it so much. And, you know, the whole cosmic waterfall and you know, it's paper thin, and, you know, you can create all these fun memes around it. Although, you know, the exposure still is great. But anyway, the Brazilians, who speak Portuguese, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, because I mistakenly said, well, you know, they're talking Brazilian. It's like, no, it's not Brazilian.
You did not say that, did you really?
I did say that. I thought I remembered. Remember, I'm a movie guy. I thought I remembered it from a John Travolta movie. I think it was Phenomena, where he had to learn Portuguese because that family was from Brazil. Doesn't really matter. Look. Don't look at me like that. I don't want to hear it. Come on. I'm not infallible. Yes, I absorb a lot of aesthetic knowledge, but it's a learning curve. I'll probably be learning stuff all the way to my dying day.
Well, we all will be.
No, not everybody.
You're right.
Some people don't learn at all. I mean, I used to say, you know, this world was part everything. But I said, well, it feels mostly like a school, but it can't be totally like a school because there's lots of people that don't learn nothing. They're just ignorant. So that's not the Junior Mint talking. By the way, this show sponsored by the drink Junior Mint. which I'm having one of, and it is a combination of, you guys don't know what it is 1 part peppermint schnapps, 1 part creme de menthe, and 2 parts Kahlua over crushed ice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty metrosexual, to be honest, but that's fine.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Well, hey, I'll own it. Absolutely. I'm all about metrosexual.
And how do you say metrosexual in Brazilian?
Oh, seriously, hang on my ribs.
Aren't you glad you invited me?
Yeah, no, I'm regretting this decision pretty quickly. So, no, I don't mind. No, every once in a while I like messing with stuff. I mean, I've had weird drinking habits over the years. Yeah, Peanut Gallery says gay, all caps. Wonderful. Look, it could be worse. It could be a Brandy Alexander, which I have never had. That's a bedazzled reference. And I actually had to look that up the other day. I was going, what's in a Brandy Alexander? Do you know what's in it?
No idea.
It's probably one of the gayest drinks ever. And I didn't have 4 or 5 of these at Fire Island the last time I went. It is, I don't know what parts to parts, but it's part brandy wine, or brandy. The official term is brandy wine. And part chocolate liqueur in a martini glass with some garnish. So it's sort of chocolatey, brandy-ish. So yeah, it's pretty.
That doesn't sound good to me, but I'm not a big brandy fan, though.
Yeah.
I really liked brandy.
Apparently, gay men are.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of a. I mean, it's brand. I had to look up what the hell brandy is. It's like everyone's heard of it. It's like, what the hell is brandy? It is distilled wine that was kind of made on accident, like so many things are back in the day. You take wine, you distill it down because they were using it for transport purposes. But if you distill it down and put it in wooden casks, it takes on a whole. Doesn't taste even anything remotely like the wine it came from, and that's where it came up with. I know, right? We're going off into the weeds here, though. All right, so you did the hungry thing, and that went fun. And what's next on FE? Again, if you're allowed to say, what's next on the FE agenda, FEcore?
Well, I'm not 100% sure what they're doing next, but they did just do another laser test in the Netherlands where the mic was able to reach a farther distance than he did in Lake Balaton. And this time they did 18 kilometers, I think, or maybe it was 20 kilometers. Forgive me, I don't remember exactly. A Seventh Day Truth Seeker put a video up on his channel. It's like a snippet from the Glowbusters show that tells all about the laser test Mike did. But yeah,
nice. That's fantastic. Again, they all help, and how it's everyone. Every test that we do, whether it be photography or a laser test or a gyro test or an airplane test or some magnet thing, whatever you're doing, it's just going to keep reinforcing what we've been putting out there. And so far, it's been going gangbusters. So, did you happen to catch that article? Well, one, did you happen to catch the Fox News? Well, of course you did, because you said, "Oh, those Fox News idiots." By the way, the opinions of this show do not necessarily represent TFR. But yeah, they were making fun of us, of course. But at the same time, they spent pushing 6 minutes on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you biting your tongue? Are you trying not to say? You can say bad things about Fox. It's okay. Well, the TFR is not a Fox affiliate. It's all right.
Oh, well, I don't like any news stations or organizations. They can all kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. And Bob says 18 miles.
18 miles.
That's what Mike achieved in the Netherlands. He got 18 miles. So that's awesome.
Where's Bob chatting with you?
In the TFR chat.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know Bob was there. That's Bob.
Bob's always there.
Bob from Glowbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Who I will be meeting again in. Are you going to the? I know you can't get away as easy as some of the other people. Are you going to go to Edmonton for the Canada thing or not?
As far as I know, no, I'm not going to Edmonton.
All right. But segue into You are now an official speaker at the United States Conference in Denver, Colorado this November. Am I not? Is that right?
That is right.
I congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Couldn't be happier for you, and I'm sure, again, as long as you don't trip going up to the stage, you'll do great.
Well, thank you.
Do you know what you're going to do yet?
No, I don't know for sure. I've been thinking about it. I have some ideas, but I don't know for sure yet.
It's not.
I mean, there's so many ways you can go with it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just kind of have to talk to Robbie about it and see what other people are doing and figure out which idea will work best in the conference. So
I'm thinking of doing slam poetry. Sort of like or maybe do like here's a movie reference. I'm just keep throwing these out. We have about 2 minutes of the first break, by the way, which is remember So I Married an Axe Murderer?
Yes.
Yeah, that whole poetry thing back, I don't know if they still do that, in the jazz clubs. You go, woman, whoa man, it was. I love that whole routine, that little side thing. Mike Myres back in the day, he had some fun stuff. But no, I'm not going to do slam poetry. I'm probably just going to do some sort of current event Q&A, because I pretty much do this. I absorb Flat Earth all the time now. I'm just, so people send me like that link, the Fox News. That I didn't find it on my own. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I was talking about it in the show. Here's the link." It's like, okay, dig up the thing, cut it down, prep it, and fire it up there and come up with some sort of catchy title. And I get links all the time, and I can only put up maybe a fifth of what people send to me. There's just so much stuff. I have to filter out some of it, though.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen. We are going to go to our first break, and you're going to have 3 minutes to do whatever you want, including the listeners. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about what's going on in Flat Earth. I'll probably just go over current events with you. We may talk about movies. We may talk about music. We may talk about who's the better shot.
Why would you just talk about that? There's only one way to find that out. You know that, right?
See, you're going one way, and I'm thinking you may be going another way. It's like you and me, and like alone in the woods. It's like two people enter, one person leaves. Winner buries the loser. It's like, really? We're gonna do that? Anyway, oh, thank God the music's coming in. All right. Well, 3 minutes. We'll be back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Real people, real radio.
Initiating the truth frequency.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Welcome back to Strange World, Part 2 of 4. Special guest tonight is Senator from Rhode Island, Karen B. Karen, are you still with us?
I am.
I don't know. I'm just going to mess with people that are coming in late to the show. It's like, holy crap, they get a senator. Next segment, I think you're going to be a NASA engineer. So, by the way, while we were at break, the Peanut Gallery said, I will challenge Karen to a shooting contest, any weapon, any caliber. Smiley face. And you can say that on air. Yeah,
well,
I don't think...
I'm sure Peanut Gallery would probably beat me, but I'll still do it. Just to try it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Let's go off into the weeds for a little bit about just firearms in general. Why not? I mean, it's one of your things. One of your slides. If you've probably seen me use your, I think it was Say Globe One More Time or something like that. Mm-hmm. You firing an AR-15 variant with a real suppressor on it. I'm impressed. We don't have to go into why you have Class 3 weaponry. That's perfectly fine. Not judging all God's children. But at the same time, I want to ask your opinion because I don't know if you and I have ever really talked about this, and we can talk about this on the show. It's not a big deal. Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay.
Vegas. I know it seems like so long ago, and it was not that long ago, folks. It seems like ancient history. We're absorbing media so quickly that things that happened a month ago, it's like, really? You remember that? It's like, didn't I have another birthday before then? No, you didn't. So my criticism was because they're trying to drag an AR-15 into just about every thing that we do as far as shootings go. My criticism was that 400 yards from that hotel down to the stadium floor, the open air stadium floor, AR-15 is just, I'm sorry, it's just not enough gun. Now, I'm sure you're confident in your AR-15 abilities. I'm sure you're a hell of a shot. I've seen you shoot, at least on video. I've not seen you shoot up close. Again, 2 people enter, 1 person leaves. Scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree that an AR-15 could not do what that guy did. No way.
No way. That's why I'm putting it to you like every other shooter. It's like, look, I shoot. And I'm telling you, if you gave $1 million to anyone who shoots and said, hey, you do this for me, right? You're going to do a big hit. You're going to go from here to there, and you can pick any gun you want. No one is going to go for an AR-15. They're just not. It's like he had apparently a whole room full of them. It's not like one. It's like 8 or 9 of them. It's like, really? Because I think even cooling down the barrels, you'd only do like 3 or 4. Because once your adrenaline's going up, you're not even be able to keep track of 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And by the way, I wasn't shooting an AR-15. That wasn't an AR-15.
This is when I actually consider you more attractive. Do tell me what weapon, because most people, I don't care, man or a woman, they'd be like, yeah, AR-15, whatever. You're like, no, let's get specific, shall we? Go ahead.
It was an MCX with a rugged suppressor.
MCX are they a shop or is that straight up manufacturer?
I think it's just manufactured.
Okay. So an MCX?
Mm-hmm. MCX, yes.
I do not actually know them. So with
tactical.
suppressor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that it was a custom build, one of those things where it's like, yeah, give me all the bells and whistles, or did you kind of like bare bones it? It looks pretty cool.
No, I think that was just a stock MCX. The only thing special about it was the suppressor.
Nice. Look, 99% of people don't have them, so good for you. Kudos. That's fantastic. Plus, you actually use exploding targets.
Mm-hmm.
Which are?
You're not going to get a big boom like that just from shooting a toy. I mean,
yeah.
You got to add a little.
I know that. What do you remember what the powder's called? The stuff.
Tannerite.
Tannerite. That's what it is. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, for those of you who want to shoot something and have it blow up, add a bunch of Tannerite. Ask for it by name.
Yeah, and make sure you get way back. This stuff is no joke.
Really? Does it give you a pretty good thud?
Yeah. Well, if you can watch my video, you can see. I mean, we used a small jar of it in that globe that I shot at, and that gave a pretty good boom.
Nice. Did you ever? You're a firearms person. Did you ever follow FPS Russia? That guy?
Oh yes, I loved that guy. I'm a professional Russian. I loved that guy. It's funny.
let's see what we can shoot now, right?
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. It's like he has connections. I don't even want to know some of his connections. Like, they loaned me this belt fed 20 millimeters. It's like, Jesus, really?
Shooting those special rounds that like explode, or I don't know, the crazy things that he was doing.
Oh my God. He got to shoot the best toys. It's amazing. And he was showboating a lot, and he had a great piece of property to shoot on. He'd shoot over water, all the special, let's set whatever it is on fire. I think they had like wheelbarrows full of tannerite that they were just dumping into things.
Fantastic channel. Loved that. Well, I loved watching that guy's videos. And then, and then he would like shoot the crap out of something, and then he'd turn around and look at the camera and he'd be like, now that is what the fuck I am talking about.
Yeah. It was fantastic. I absolutely, if anyone doesn't know, FPS Russia, FPS first person shooter, which is hilarious because I don't even know if the guy plays video games. I think he's pretty good. If I'm not mistaken.
Who cares about video games when you got the real thing?
Well, I know that's just it. He can, he can make that leap. So I think he got into the gaming crowd first, and it's like, let me show you what I can really do. And it's like, let me call up, some of my cousins who apparently have access to all I'm really honest to God. If he would have had a Hind helicopter fly over him one day, it would not have shocked me. Because in fact, he had a couple armored personnel stuff, with M60s, and I think he had an M2 at one point bolted onto the top of something. Yeah, great channel, love it. Yeah, if you're cruising the internet and you want to see how weird YouTube can get, go to FPS Russia. So,
and then he stopped making videos.
Well, you know why?
Stop? No, why? I don't know why.
There was let's talk about this confidentially. He was involved in a scandal where somebody got whacked. It's like somebody had part of his, I don't know if it was a rival or a production team member. Somebody died.
Oh my gosh.
He was investigated because, well, why wouldn't you? You all you have to do is call up 2 or 3 law enforcement. They look at the YouTube video and then they say, let's bring the feds in on this, because I'm sure the feds would love to talk to that guy, about access, him having access to basically not just class 3 weapons, but weapons that basically no civilian has any access to at all. Even if you're military, it's like if you're not shooting these on a base, you're probably going to be in trouble.
Yeah, he had some scary stuff. It was cool to watch, but it was scary stuff he had, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he even broke out a flamethrower one day. He was not shy with it. And it's like, the thing that I loved was he never even changed outfits. He didn't wear anything tactical. He was always some stupid FPS t-shirt.
No, he'd wear shirts that said Professional Russian or something.
Yeah, Professional Russian and channel shirts. And it's like... great. Yeah. Anyway, great stuff. I hope, well, one of these days I'm going to have to, I haven't watched him in probably a year at least, but, anyway, so cool. That's, I'm glad, you're into the whole self-defense thing. Are you a prepper as well?
I am, but not like a hardcore prepper.
Did you get a copy of my manual?
I think you sent it to me. Yeah, you sent it to me.
But you haven't printed it out yet.
Well, no, at the time I didn't have a printer that works, but now I do.
Well, it doesn't really surprise me because a lot of millennials don't even have printers.
Oh, well, I finally got my printer working again, so
it's that whole paperless society, which they're actually embracing. Personally, I think they're embracing it because they're lazy. So. Yeah. Hey, well, jumping back to let's segue back to Flat Earth for a sec. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give out the phone number real quick for people. We're not gonna take calls yet, but I want to give out the number. Anyone wants to call in, and you gonna hang around with me for?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Because I'd love to keep talking with you. The number to call in is 213-233-3998. That's 213-233-3998, or the other show number, which is 720-897-6111, 720-897-6111. When we're off air, that actually goes to this machine. Now, I won't answer it. If you call, it's going to go to voicemail, much like my phone. Anyway, So that'll be the next segment, and I know we've already got 3 people on hold, and you're going to have to stay on hold. Peanut Gallery says, give out the UK numbers. Fine. All right, if you're calling from the UK, it's country code 011, then 44203-393-2871. When's the last time we got a call from the UK? I think the last call we got was a troll, Peanut Gallery. And what was the other thing? If you want to call in.
Sleeping in the UK right now.
I know, right? Yeah, they're not up for this. And then if you want to call and just listen to the show, it's 641-793-7117. And UK number, there are soldiers stationed there that listen to your show, I have discovered. Okay. That's fine. That's totally cool. Anyway, the segue's lost now, but I'll bring it back. The segue was because I was talking about the millennials and how they're not printing anything because they're lazy. It's like everything's in the cloud. I don't need to print anything off. Whatever. What if the cloud goes down? What? It'll never go down. So you got a chance. Forget about the Fox thing. Did you find the statistics on the people that believe in flat Earth in the United States? The over 8,000 people that they polled. Did you find that interesting? That there is a younger group of people that are 33% in.
I did find that interesting and awesome.
I know. And part of me wasn't that surprised because this is the same group that basically gets all their information from social media. It's like they go to school for a little bit. It's like, whatever. I have to update things on my Facebook.
And it couldn't have been a better number, 33.
I know, right? Well, yeah, that part was deliberate, of course. That statistic. And it was done by a London group. I think it was YouGov. Was the original people that polled. Why the London group is polling the Americans, I don't know. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you've been living in a cave for the last 3 days, they polled over 8,000 Americans of all different age ranges, and they discovered that quite a few of them. I think the low was like 4% from the oldest people, but when it got to the 18 to 24 year olds, 33% of them were not convinced it was a globe. 34% if 66% believe it's a globe. Oh, I'm sorry, 34. Well, there you go. Doesn't really matter. But you're right. But okay, so that's interesting though because there's your media spin, right? So it is officially actually 34%. He's right. However, because people want it easy, they say 2/3 or a third. But as you know, a third is 33. It's not 34.
33.333 is really what it is.
Yeah. So, but it was interesting because these people, you and I, we watched a lot of flat Earth videos, and there's not that many people. I mean, there's more out there, sure, and there's some of the big channels. Yeah, they're really, really young, like the ones that have been jumping on this week, but not that many people in the 18 to 24-year-old range are wowed by this fact enough to where they go out and make YouTube videos about it. They just seem to kind of take it in stride. It's like, yeah, flat Earth, okay. It's, all right. And they're not shy about talking to the census people about it either. So, pretty cool.
Well, good. Yeah, good. They don't have to make videos about it. If they just talk about it to their friends, that's good enough.
Right. And there's
probably lots of people making videos.
Yes.
Not that I object to more people making videos. Just flood it. Flood the plane with flat Earth videos. That's good. But if you don't make videos, that's fine. Talk about it.
Yeah. And I think they have. Well, you know them. They don't really talk about it. They chat to each other and they send links all the time. It's like, dude, check out this whack. What did people say? Whack? Whatever. This cray. Whatever they say. This really, I don't even know what the latest one is. Is it cray? Is it? I know is it totes cray? I don't know.
It's berserker.
I'm freaking old. Where they sending these links to each other and saying this video is really, really nuts. Check it out. And they've been sharing it. A lot of them have been sharing it to each other. And there's so many flat Earth videos out there. Peanut Gallery says, no, you're stuck in the wrong generation. Say groovy, man. Yeah, you're right. That is more hip. Yeah, groovy. That's not dated at all. Peanut Gallery is so not helpful. There's so many videos out there that, in fact, I type in flat Earth and I set the filter to upload date. As of this morning, we are at 20.2 million, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Donald Trump is coming in at just about 22. So we're we're in single digit percentage behind him right now. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome. At the same time, and I'm sure you've seen this, what's happened is, because now finally the big channels are like, oh, this is super trendy, I am bandwagoning this. They jump on board. And so now the top 20, top 30 videos are all verified, really, really big channels. I'm looking like ETC Show, BBC News, Penguins, BBC, Brody Fox, that's of this morning, CBS, TMZ, Big Think, Laugh, BuzzFeed. Oh, that guy ticked me off. Well, I shouldn't be mad at him. Honestly, he's helping us more than anything. And
BuzzFeed guy ticked me off too, I'll be honest.
Oh, because you remember seeing him, right? You remember seeing him down at the conference.
He talked to me. I sat there and I talked to that guy for like 35 minutes. He used one stinking line.
What were you giving him? Were you giving him like nothing good?
I was giving him golden nuggets. Are you kidding me? He used one line. Apparently he's partial to blondes because Candy and Michelle got all kinds of airtime.
Hell, Michelle got the thumbnail.
That's right.
She got the thumbnail.
Hot. Michelle's hot. I'll give it to her. She's awesome.
Michelle is hot. If you're into cute blondes, But it was an interesting thing, because when he talked to me, I could tell right away. He was really angling. He was trying to turn this into a hit piece. That was initially what he wanted to do. He's going, this is a religious cult, and I want to bury it. And then he gets back to wherever I was. I think it was New York. And he calls me, and we're on Skype. We're recording a Skype session for another hour. And by the time we were done, he does a little article, just a little clip, and it does pretty well. So then he decides, you know what, how can I do this and keep my reputation intact? So now he's been doing his thing. His latest was BuzzFeed Blue, which is a version of BuzzFeed. It's got, I don't know, a mere 7 million subs. And he puts on a fake mustache and fake glasses, and he does this like a pseudo-scientific thing, but he doesn't backpedal from it. He's treating it pretty dry. And it's been like this one, the one he just did 2 weeks ago, it's got, 560,000 hits. Pretty decent. I think he's going to keep doing them. Because why not? He's using it as, look, I know you're not a fan of the guy, and I'll say I know he kept your interview. I wish I knew what she said. I would have loved to have reproduced it.
Well, but if you say that he was trying to make a hit piece and then he didn't use most of my interview, well, then I guess that means I did a good job, right?
You did do a good job. You didn't slip up once, because he was asking leading questions the entire time. He was trying to make me out, because enough people mentioned my name. That's not being arrogant. Enough people mentioned my name that he was kind of like pushing me towards the Jim Jones type thing, French Guiana type thing. It's like, how do you feel about you influencing these people into doing these crazy things? And I'm going, what? I go, and the Kool-Aid thing isn't until the end of the conference. So
well, and before I did the interview with him, I looked him dead in the eye and I said, "You're not going to try to make us look crazy, are you?" And he was like, "Oh no, oh no, no."
Oh yeah, he was lying through his teeth.
Right.
But to his defense, or our credit, by the time we were done with him, he was kind of like, you know what? This, he may not buy it, but at the same time, he knows a good, like any of the producers so far, they know a good thing when they see it. It's like, this thing is way too polarizing to not cover. And I've got to mention it, even though the peanut gallery says don't mention it, and that is PewDiePie. Look, when the biggest regardless if you think his numbers are real, and they're not, if the biggest YouTube channel in the world comes out and does multiple flat Earth videos, including a meme contest.
Didn't he do like 2 in a day or something like that?
No, he did. They're both in the top 20. Yeah, and now the peanut gallery's screaming. That I mentioned his name. He did. They're both in the top 20 because it's a giant channel. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, he supposedly has 60 million subs, which is twice as many as any other YouTuber out there. And I mean, he's got more. He's got twice as many as Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. The closest one to him is Justin Bieber, and it's still in the 30s. So it's not
His
real.
videos aren't even that good.
No, he's not funny. He's a troll. He's Swedish. Not knocking the Swedes. Hey, all God's children. I'm not judging. But at the same time, look, United States, I will give us this. We invented modern comedy. All right? All the comedy vets for going over the last 60, 70 years, they're all us. PewDiePie has no comedic timing. His troll videos are just terrible. But at the same time, when he makes videos, he still, again, whether the hits are legit, he gets at least 4 or 5 million a hit or a video. Yeah. And he did one just to kind of like a glancing blow at the flat Earth, and then the second one he reproduced some of the, I think it was the BuzzFeed footage, or no, Vice. He used some of the Vice, the HBO footage from the conference, and turned it into something bigger. And yeah, Peanut Gallery says Benny Hill was an American. Yeah. Okay, I will give you that. Benny Hill was probably the best. What?
Benny Hill cheated. I'm sorry, but Benny Hill was not the star of Benny Hill. Come on, really?
Wait, who are we talking about here?
Benny Hill. What was the star of Benny Hill?
Who's this? I didn't watch a lot of Benny Hill, to be honest.
Boobs. That's all he had in his shows were boobs. It was like there's the crazy music, and he's just like dressed up in these funky outfits, and then it was like boob close-ups. Like that's all it is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep, breasts were the star. Yep, that's what Peanut Gallery says, and you're absolutely right. Benny Hill, the irony, because he was as gay as Christmas. It was it was boobs and him doing silly jokes and eye rolls. That's really what he did. I'm not saying, by the way, that other countries didn't have their stars, right? I mean, Monty Python, great stuff back in the day.
Absolutely.
No question. Peter Sellers, top notch. Although I'm talking about like
Spinal
hardcore.
Tap.
Spinal Tap, yeah. But like Peter Sellers didn't do stand up, is what I'm saying. When stand up's the hardest stuff, they always say, dying is easy, comedy is hard. And stand up is really tough. I'm talking about the old guys, Bob Hope, George Burns, Bill Cosby, Steve Martin, those George Carlin back in the day, Steve Allen. I know some of this is really old, and I'm dating myself. Anyway, where's it going with this? Oh, right. So yeah, all these big channels that are out there that are covering flat Earth, they're kind of clouding up things a little bit because they're so big that they're going to be. Yes, of course, Eddie Murphy, says the Peanut Gallery. No, I'm not going to go into the 80s and further. We want to do Robin Williams. And it's like Eddie Murphy and Robin Williams. How about that? That's pretty much the 80s, unless you want to count Stephen Wright.
I love Stephen Wright.
I saw Stephen Wright 3 times in live.
Yeah, he said the coolest stuff though, and George Carlin, of course.
George Carlin.
He spans a few decades.
He does. I thought he was one of those guys, like some women, that get better with age. And because he seemed to absorb more and more knowledge, his stuff was more biting. By the time he got into his 60s, he was razor sharp. His interviews were fantastic. I loved all the way up until he died. George Carlin just got better and better and better. Stephen Wright had industrial grade comedy right off the bat. Literally his first album, I Have a Pony from the 1986. You guys want to go back? Look at that album. That was an amazing album that he put out, considering and all his stuff was, great head scratching comedy. I bought some powdered water, but I didn't know what to add. I bought some batteries, but they weren't included. So I bought them again, stuff like that. Really, really, really great stuff. Anyway. So when we come back from the break, which is coming up here in a minute, you want to see what people are saying out there about whatever?
Absolutely.
Right on. That's cool. And if we have time between calls, we may or may not talk about movies and or music. In fact, I may even ask you questions about, let's ask you a question before, or give you some stuff to think about before we go to break. You have 3 minutes to come up with stuff like what's your favorite single? What's your favorite? We won't like rock band. What's your favorite solo artist? Stuff like that. Let's get people to know what you're about without giving away too much information.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Sounds great.
Cool. And the quote before we go to break is from Peanut Gallery. He says, it's a Stephen Wright quote. I collect rare photographs. I have two. One of Houdini locking his keys in his car. The other is a rare picture of Norman Rockwell beating up a child. Yeah. Back. Just a few. Welcome back to Strange World, part 3 of 4. We have NASA engineer Karen B with us. No, I'm totally kidding. She's an FEcore member and a great flat earther, and I consider her a friend. Yeah. So the quote that came in from the Peanut Gallery, because we had a little technical difficulty, which means I'm going to have to do some extra editing tonight. I'm looking at you, TFR. The quote says, it's from Stephen Wright. It says, if you can't hear me, it's because I'm in parentheses. That's from Stephen Wright. And that is because we had dead air. We didn't have any commercials during that break for the people that were out there in the audience. I could hear them on this side. I'm sure Karen could too. But wasn't there. All right, so phone calls. There's 3 there on hold. One is 415, one's 845, one's 612. And the phone number to call in is 213-233-3998 or 720-897-6111. Let's grab the oldest first. Let's grab, I don't know, maybe it's Ohio. You never can tell. I mean, like my phone number says Boulder, Colorado, but I'm not in Boulder. All right, 419 area code. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Hey, not much. Got Karen with me. What's up?
Hey, I'm just saying hi. Hey, great show. It's Marty Mark from Toledo, but I'm just sitting here listening. I'm at work and I'm just listening to it. I know.
Oh, okay. Well, I can put you. I can put. That's all right. I will put you back on mute. It's not a big deal. I will not disconnect you.
I just got a question. I got one question.
What?
How would you explain the tide, like the water current on flat Earth?
I would explain the tides the same way I would explain gravity, some sort of molecular magnetism. That's my version of the tides, which is it's something that we build into.
And everything?
By the way, you are making a heck of a lot of background noise. Are you ice skating out there? What are you doing?
No, I'm welding.
Well, okay. Love the fact
That's awesome
that you're welding and talking to me at the same time. Just to let you know, there's a little noise. It's kind of like what we build into computer stuff right now, which is called a physics engine. We can, messing with the tides. That's just a localized gravity effect. You can do anything you want to it. Just kind of set it up on a timer. Nothing super hard.
Okay.
So, hey,
so I've been talking to my boss about this lately.
Yeah.
About flat Earth, and I think I got him converted now.
Right on.
Like he's a big flat Earther now.
That's great. You should.
So I got a couple of these other guys looking into it.
If your boss is a mainstream media fan, you should send him that Fox News clip.
Oh yeah, that was me who sent it to you. Yeah.
Wait, you were the one that sent that to me?
I sent an email about the show. Yeah, I sent 2 of them, 2 emails.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
I'm kind of cornball watching Greg Gutfield, but I like the show.
Yeah. Send that to your boss because Republicans seem to respond quite well to Fox News stories.
Oh, yeah. But all right, Michael, I appreciate it. I'm going to get back to work here.
Okay. Have fun welding. I will put you back on mute, okay?
All right, take care.
Okay, bye. Wow. That's technology for you. doesn't even break. Just like, just keep welding. Isn't like working on a transmission.
How is he doing that with with a welder's helmet on? He must have like the headphones in or something.
Yeah, he's using earbuds. You know, your iPhone earbuds, and I mean, it can't be super easy. I'm sure he's got a whatever. Good for him. Okay, great. All right, let's grab 845 area code 845. You're on live with Strange World and stage actress Karen B. What's going on?
Hey, it's Mark. How are you doing?
Hey,
hi, Karen.
Zulu. I love
Hello
you.
there. I love you too, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited that you're speaking at the conference. Oh my God, it's just fantastic. You're awesome. You really are awesome. And you too, Mark. You're pretty cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's just my show. No, it's all right.
Thank you,
okay.
Mark.
Oh, please.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It's tremendous. I cannot wait to get to Denver.
Denver is going to be off the hook, right?
It's going to be really nuts.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it is. It is going to be nuts.
Yeah, my old stomping grounds. It's I got to go back for a thing at the Springs just recently, but yeah, it's perfect location for it. Dead center. I'll just hope that there's no snow, but even if there is snow, Denver is geared for it. You don't have to worry. They've got probably one of the most extensive plowing systems outside of Northern Europe. So probably the best in the States.
They're ready for it. Who cares? It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll just be in the hotel. You don't have to leave the hotel. We can all just hang out. Even if they have a massive snowstorm. It'll be awesome.
Hey, I have no doubt it's going to be.
I won't mind getting snowed in with you, Mark. And you too, Karen.
Ixnay on the Omo hay. All right.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Sorry, we're live.
Come on, man. Save it for the Y. That's what it's there for. What?
Too funny. Hey, I got a question for you, Mark. Why do we park on the driveway and drive on the parkway?
Seriously. Really?
Sorry, a little Stephen Wright reference for you.
Good. Was that one of his?
You
know what my favorite Stephen Wright quote is? Isn't he the one who said I used to think I was on a ball spinning through space or something at so many miles per hour until I said it out loud. What was the quote? I can't remember what it is.
I thought that was just a meme that was with his face in it.
No. I saw the video of it. Like, he said that for real.
Holy smokes. If he said that for real, why has nobody sent me the clip on this yet? I would have used it in one of my...
right? He said it, right? Am I remembering this wrong?
He might have. I don't remember that.
Unless it was a meme. If it was a meme, forgive me. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, I've seen the meme because I know that DITRH actually turned his face into a meme. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's been shown so long that now people have kind of turned it into the Mandela effect. I mean, the Mandetta effect.
Possibly.
I don't know. The Mandingo effect?
The Mandingo?
Yeah, Mandingo effect. That's the urban version of the men. In fact, I can't even remember. Mandela effect. Jeez, I forgot the original. I actually forgot it.
Yeah, the actual name.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Hate to do this to you, but apparently because Karen's called in, we've got some long distance calls. So, hey, Mark, I got to say goodbye because I know you're on vacation in Florida at the moment.
Yep.
But I got to pick up.
I got a quote for you.
Okay, what is it?
All right. It is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change. You know who that was? Charles Darwin.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And the peanut gallery for you is apparently there are 3 levels of brain activity. Level 1 is the lowest level, the amount of concentration required to say delete emails or serve in Congress. It's funny. It's from Bruce Cameron. All right, man. I got to pick up Australia.
Yeah, I'll get off. Oh, and one more quick thing. I was watching the Simpsons movie again, and at the very beginning, it's all about space. They have Itchy and Scratchy going to the moon. I never even noticed it.
Right.
Never even noticed it.
Right.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you both.
I love
Thanks
you too,
for
Zulu.
all your support too, and you're the man and you are the woman. Awesome. Love you guys.
Take care, hon.
Not doing a threesome.
I'll talk to you later. All right.
You and I and Karen.
Hey, man, I'm trying. You are two hotties that I would love to get in sack. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say that out loud? Live? Crap.
I just have this feeling I'm going to get the weirdest messages after this show.
Probably.
As if the messages I get aren't
all right
enough.
After your early career. I'm seriously. I mean, having your screen name as Viper for how many years you were doing that? Wow, it's amazing. Anyway, Mark, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Love you.
All right, so we're going to pick up Australia, see what's going on. Because remember, Australia is in the future. Australia, you're on with Strange World now.
Australia doesn't exist.
It doesn't?
No.
Wow. G'day,
I'm just kidding.
Aaron Lincoln from Adelaide, South Australia. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Yeah. All right, Lincoln, what's up?
Hey, Mike. So, man, I dropped you an email and I just thought I'd ring in about it. We have a weekly program here on ABC, Triple J, in Australia-wide. And a bloke called Dr. Carl comes on and answers questions left, right and centre about absolutely everything. He's pretty much the Neil deGrasse Tyson of Australia.
Okay.
And to get through, it takes so much. It took me so long to get through because the lines were blocked. And you've got to talk to the producers first. So I started with a question of, if we vacuum freeze meat in a freezer and then we defrost it, how come there is, water and blood on the outside of the plastic? Okay, that's a good question. We'll get you through to Dr. Carl soon. Because I knew he wasn't going to take any questions. I knew he wasn't going to take any questions about flat Earth or the curvature. So when I finally got through, I said, "Hi, Dr. Carl. Look, I can stand on the beaches here in Adelaide, looking west, and I can zoom in on boats with my camera, and I can bring them into focus 10 kilometres out to sea, hull and all, and with the curvature being 8 inches per square mile, how is that possible that I can see those boats? They should be 7 metres below the curvature." And he babbled on for a while about how good my camera was. Wow, tell us about your camera and your lens. And then basically he came up with the answer of, well, the atmosphere bends light. End of story.
Oh, boo.
I know. It was hilarious too because you could just hear him, he never asked questions. It's a call-in show, and he never would ask me questions about my camera. Tell us about the lens. Wow, that's an amazing zoom. Wow, that's incredible. And then it was very, very funny. And it was terrible answer. And then I got thanks for the question, Lincoln. Beep, next caller, please. It was pretty funny.
Wow. That's great. And I think you tried to Dropbox me that file, but I couldn't get it. And I didn't respond back to you.
That's cool, man.
Go ahead.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, so I'll try and get it up on my YouTube page because I filmed it on my camera while I was sitting in my ute at lunchtime.
Perfect.
So I'll try and get it on YouTube and I'll send you the link. It's fantastic. It's really good because I recorded the whole thing. So, hey, Mark, one other question, mate.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering about the International Space Station. I talk to blokes at work about flat Earth all the time, and they say, but I can see the International Space Station zooming across at night time. Here's the app. Here's when it's going to fly over. So when something passes over us at night time at speed, what is that?
Don't know. Modified U-2 spy plane, modified satellite hooked up to a balloon. There's something flying up there. That I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to take that away from people because obviously there's something up there. I mean, I've seen people that have no stakes in the game at all say that there's something up there. But I follow it almost immediately with there's nobody up there with it. You know, you don't have people in khakis and polo shirts and socks just floating around as happy as Punch.
Sure,
never getting into their freaking spacesuits and never opening an airlock and never shutting a door and all the other fun stuff. So that's what I segued into it. I it's like, fine, you want to say there's something up there? Look, I've seen stuff up there with night vision. I'm never going to question there's stuff up there. I'm just saying it's not us.
Yeah, sure. Totally with you. Absolutely, mate. Hey, look, I'll let you go. Thanks for taking my call. Good to speak to you again, and we'll chat soon.
Okay.
Lincoln. Before
wait,
you
no.
go,
Karen.
are you still there? Lincoln, I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
Are you upside down?
It is so weird. I keep pulling my chips that I'm eating right now. They're floating away from me. It's out of control.
Good answer.
Nice.
Funny. Does
Nice.
it rain upside down in
Take care,
Australia?
team. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, man. Bye-bye. That's great. All right. Let's, okay, he's gone. Let's pick up, looks like Saskatchewan, Canada. All right, Canada, up, or as we know it as Canada. What's going on?
How you doing, Mark? It's Mike Allen from Canada. How are you?
It's going pretty good down here, yeah.
I thought it was Kenyatta.
I got some pierogies here for you, buddy.
Hey, save me some pierogies.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a suggestion about this. These silly globeheads that we got to deal with and their mental problems. We got. They always give us this idea of the ship. We all know. They always say the ship goes over the horizon after their perspective or whatever they want to say, but it's always a straight line and then over the curve. You know, while a ball doesn't have a straight line and then a curve, it should be going up and then over, should it not? Not just straight out and then over the curve, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Because they think they're on a ball, you know. So eventually, like even at the tip of their feet, there should be a curve going up before it goes over the curve, like over the horizon on their perspective, you know.
I've seen a lot of different models on this. It really depends on the angle of your eyes, you know, and whatever the observer's eyes is. But either way, and again, it's unfortunate that most of the general public doesn't even have. I mean, math skills are, you know, most people hate math. I'm not a big fan of it myself, but I love stats, so I'm kind of stuck in that way. It's like, okay, well, I have to enjoy some math.
Sure.
Can I interject here for a second?
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, you
okay.
betcha.
When you're talking about refraction, the light is going to bend towards the higher density. So sometimes with refraction, the light will bend up, and sometimes it will bend down. Now, the globies like to tell us that standard refraction, in quotes, because there is no standard refraction, there's no such thing as standard refraction, they like to say that the light bends down, but it can bend up or down. But it depends on the humidity and the temperature and all that good stuff. It's not going to bend up and down perfectly with the Earth's curvature, you know, just by chance. Mm-hmm. Just like by chance the sun is, 40 times, farther than the moon.
400 times.
400, right. Whatever,
narrower,
whatever their ridiculous crap number is.
Yeah.
It just happens to be the same size as the moon. Yeah. No. It's not going to do that.
No.
So it can go up or down.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, cool. And I was just curious about wondering if you were ever going to have a guest on for anything in relating to like rainbows or like the energy field, if there is any type of thing like that, like for rainbows or sundogs or stuff like that, because we get, like up here in Canada, we get sundogs galore in the winter. Like I could go out any day of the week or every morning I was taking pictures of sundogs, and they would be full circle sundogs, just not the ones on the sides, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
And just wondering if you're ever going to have anybody that would know how on anything like that, explaining more of that at all, or
I might
in the future.
The guy that I used to have that would love to talk about this stuff, and We haven't spoken, at least a year, which was Jeffrey Grupp from statisticism.com, and he's been a big flat earther now for some time, and the biggest brain, not just academically but physically. The man has a gigantic head in flat Earth, and so I will try to get him back on. I will run those questions. He's the only guy that even comes to mind. When you mention sundogs, it's like there's the guy. But if you're curious about those videos in general, look up statisticism.com or Flat Earth Sundogs, and you'll eventually get to his channel and check out those videos first. But I will see if I can track him down. Okay. Yeah, for sure, not a problem. And I just give a few shout outs to everybody. Obviously, the Globebusters, Bob and Jaron, and everybody there, and anybody else listening out there in Flat Earth land, and obviously Karen. And thanks for your wonderful work that you do, and all of your high intel, I guess it is. Yeah. Hey. I guess I can, and I'll go and I'll listen to more of Mark's silly jokes about Canadians. All right, and hey, you save some ketchup flavored potato chips for me, okay? Yeah. Oh, you betcha. I keep them stocked in the cupboard. Okay, man. I'll see you. Yeah. Take it easy, man. Yeah. Right. Take it. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay, let's jump over to 612 area code. We got about 5 minutes to the last break. 612 area code. You're on live with Strange World and Medium, Karen B. What's going on?
Hi, gang. Welcome to the Big GC show here. Lots of big sounds coming up for you. We planned the big jolt between now and midnight. Time, temperature checks, news on the half an hour, bulletins when they happen. Hi, Scott Lane here, the boss jock of the boss, sound of the boss list that my boss told me to play. All right, here on the Nifty 850.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Hey, Wesley Stage Plotter. How are you guys doing? Wait for it. Both of you. All right, and go.
Oh, my God.
Nah, Karen didn't join in. Come on,
she did.
Karen.
Yes, she did. She gave you a raspberry, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, good,
I did.
Good.
I totally gave you a raspberry. Did you miss it?
Sweet. All right, cool. I'm getting known. Hey, by the way, I'm going to be speaking as well at the conference. I mean, I'll be speaking. No one will be listening, but I will be speaking.
But you're going to be there?
I am definitely going to try to. Yes.
All right. Cool. I'd love to see you. That'd be fun. So let's go. By the way, that intro you did, that was fantastic. That was probably the best thing you'd come up with.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was sitting there thinking about it, and it's like you guys were talking about George Carlin, and I'm like, wait a minute, I do a little thing on George Carlin. That's on his album Wonderful Wino, I think it's called. And it just blew me away when I heard that when I was, very young, down in the basement, hiding from mom and dad, listening to, George Carlin and Richard Pryor and anyone else who was swearing at the time. But yeah, I just hung on to that for so many years. And a friend of mine who has a very, very deep voice would do that gig, and he would just repeat it. And it just got so embedded in my head. Then I started doing it. And that's why it's in the back of the mind all the time.
Hey, I have a quote for you from the Peanut Gallery.
You do?
Yeah, just for you. Common sense is like deodorant. Those who need it the most never use it.
Well, he didn't get me that time. I actually used it today.
Did you?
I
take a shower every 12 hours. It's true.
There you go.
They say Americans take too many showers, but I do because I
believe that, Mark, because Zulu has told me many times, Mark smells so good.
That is not. That's so weird. I know.
Oh, man. I just thought I'd throw that out there with his.
I know. When first time we were at the conference, Mark hugs me and he goes, "Oh, you smell like prison." And I said, "Yeah, I know." So
that's too funny. Oh, hey, Karen, when you guys were talking about the Horizon, it made so much sense, and I'm like, why didn't I think about it? Because if you think about it, if you're on a hitting up on a ball, wouldn't the horizon be? Wouldn't you be looking up at the horizon, not eye level?
No, you'd be looking down.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be looking down.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I figured you'd be looking up because it's going up and around, you know.
But you got to think about it this way: you're always on top of the ball, always on top,
always
on top. That's true. Yes, that's right. Keep it in mind, people. You are on top of the world if we live on a flat plane.
I mean, they tell it to you when you're playing sports when you're a kid. Stay on top of the ball.
Right.
You are on top of the ball.
There you go.
Always.
Eye on the ball, 110%.
Mm-hmm.
Wear a cup. Yeah, all those things. All right. Hey, Wes, I'd love to talk to you, but to be honest, I have more interesting colors.
No, I was just going to cut you off. I was just going to cut you off. I was going to say, look, I just called to make a quick funny, and I'm out of here.
Hey, you have a good rest of your night, and hot sex. I cut him off as I said hot sex. Okay, let's pick up. You know, we can't pick up anybody because we're going to the last break. And then when we come back, we'll pick up 509 and maybe 626 out of Alhambra, California.
Good. Everybody, bring the gold. Come on. Bring the gold.
Bring
Karen
your best
B
stuff.
is here. Bring it.
Karen B is here, world famous, renowned, fill in the blank, whatever it is you can think of. Assassin, habitual drug user.
You know what's funny is earlier when you were saying two people enter, one person leaves, I started thinking about that movie Assassin with George Clooney when he's with that woman and they're testing out their silenced weapons.
Right, out in that field.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
they're like shooting at each other to see how quiet it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man.
And you're thinking one of them is going to betray each other, and yet George Clooney, after the whole Parkland thing, comes out, goes against guns, goes against the Second Amendment. It's like, dude, I just saw you as one of the world's best assassins. Hand build your own suppressor.
That's right.
All right, 3 minutes. We'll be back for the final segment.
Check wallet for his name. His face is in the muck. I think his zipper's stuck.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
No hate, no hype, no fear. Real people, real radio.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 4 of 4. Yes, that was Joe Jackson stepping out from his album, Night and Day. Quote from the Peanut Gallery, he's just shooting them out here. Women can't live with him, can't shoot him. Stephen Wright. Yeah, I remember that one. I don't know you can actually say that one anymore. You know, that whole Me Too, go team.
The same could be said about men. Just saying.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the quote that I have changed recently, because it really only applies to men, because it's a man that said it. And that was men. It used to be everyone, but now it's like, no, men see sex like they see pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. That's how men see it. With women, I've been trying to come up with something clever. I think women see it like a big menu at a restaurant. No matter what you pick, there's a chance of disappointment.
You know what, Mark? That's actually pretty good.
Very good?
That's pretty good.
I thought of that as I was drifting off to sleep one night. I think I was like chuckling as I was like, I think that actually might resonate. Because it's true. It's a crapshoot with when women are getting into it, because it's all we probably shouldn't talk about sex too much, but it's there's probably so much of
not.
Probably not. I mean, it is a family show, but it's so much more of a mental game for women than it is men. I mean, men, there's a reason why, you know, the term, you don't hear women ever being described as a one pump chump. You know what I mean? Never happens.
Two pump chump.
Is it two pump chump?
I always heard two pump chump.
Either way, it's yeah. Or what was it? I had a friend who said, it was a woman, and she goes, let me tell you about men and sex. She goes, my husband. She goes, you know what his favorite position is? I go, what? And she goes, 68. I go, 68. She goes, yeah, and I owe you one. It's like, oh God.
Well, she was dirty.
Well, I mean,
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
She had needs, apparently. It was like, look, I was that guy. Yeah, if you've heard me in off-air chats, but I was that guy back in 2000 to whatever, where because I never married, never had kids, and so I would get called for by once I hit a certain age, I was only called by married women, and that half of them didn't even tell me. Because what's the saying? You've heard me say this before. Men cheat because they can. Women cheat because they feel they've earned it. And I have that is so true. It is so unbelievably true. They get to a point. It's like, you know what? I've earned up enough points, like hotel points or something, like reward card. I got enough points on this card. I get a free latte. I'm going to go out guilt free, and men never see it coming.
What are you, Mark? You like some kind of gigolo or something?
I was. I know I'm not much to talk about now. I'm later in the game, but back in the day, I remember because I never got married, so I was always. It's like, oh, call Mark up, see what he's doing, and yeah, I was that guy.
So what? You were just like, were you like the little pool boy for all these married women? Like,
yeah, pretty much. I was.
You're like Patrick Dempsey and Can't Buy Me Love.
Yep, that was the character. I was a little bit older, though. I was in my late 20s, early 30s, and that was what. Again, I wasn't deliberately going into it. I was just dating people, and then what happens when you reach a certain age, they're not single anymore, because when you hit 28, 29, they're all married.
Did you meet these women at the pinball championships or what?
No, it wasn't one of those geek. No. Nor did I meet these women at the gun shows. Wink, wink, Karen. No, if I would have met someone in the gaming world or met somebody in the firearm world, I probably would not have been as single. I probably would have leaned, but it doesn't really matter. The point was I met them through, it's going to sound really weird, because remember, this is back before online dating. This was AOL, America Online. I know. People don't know, and you've got to be a certain age, but the chat rooms back in AOL, you say like AOL is like Disney, and no, it was not family friendly. 1:00 in the morning, if you were on AOL in some of those chat rooms, that was a dangerous place. Might as well have been Craigslist.
I remember AOL.
You remember? And people was like, where are we going off to cyber? Back. Yeah. it's like cyber was a thing. And if you were old enough, it's like, screw cyber. What's your freaking phone number? Like, let's, so I was that guy. I mean, literally, some bad, to where it's like, drinks had to be, it's like, I want a scotch on the rocks sitting on the counter by the time I get there. It's like, okay. Because they always came to my place, because it was never, because I couldn't go to their place. For obvious reasons.
Because they were married and you were the bachelor.
I was. Yeah. So there you go. So people look at me and they go, oh my God, he's such a dork. He is such a dork. And
you're a sleeper, aren't you, Mark? You're that sleeper.
You seen my cards? My custom cards the Illuminati sent me? Yeah.
Yes.
I am that sleeper for whatever reason. Yeah, who knows? Seriously, I could have some sort of monarch overlay on my personality and not even know it. I could be one of those boys from Brazil.
Speaking Brazilian
gets activated one day. Must start killing everyone. Yeah. We'll see, because I have to go to Canada here for the. I've got my passport. I've had it renewed, so I'm not on a fly list or anything. Should be fine. Anyway, you know what? We have some phone calls. Let's grab some of these.
Yes, let's.
Yeah, before we get off into somewhere we both regret. That's also a line I've used before. All right, 509 area code. You are on with Strange World with world-renowned author Karen and myself.
Is this Strange World?
Yes, it is Strange World.
Is this Strange? This is Strange World? Okay, because for a second there I thought I called the Dr. Ruth show.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I get off topic.
It's a strange world and you're in it.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? This is Paul on the plane checking in.
Hey,
Paul.
What's going on, Paul on the plane?
Great show. I tuned in and the topic was sex. So I was just kind of confused.
Yep.
That's why I had to ask. Is this Strange World? Because I didn't know.
Yeah, it actually is Strange World.
It's not my fault, Paul. It's not
Mark.
my fault.
And actually, during the break, I had somebody write me and say, "Hey, your guest sounds a lot like Sigourney Weaver," and I go, "No, it's not. It's not Sigourney Weaver." So, anyway,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I've only got a minute or two, but I have a question, and then I'll take the answer offline if you still do that. So the question is, I was just driving home here. I had some errands to run after my show, and I see this. The sun's down, the sun's gone. It's nighttime here in Pacific Northwest, and I see this very bright object in the sky, about 10 o'clock, 10:30 or so. And the observation I'm making here is I want to know what it is because I'm looking on this star app of mine, the star map app, and it says it's Venus. And I'm wondering just how in the world, if I'm on the night side of the Earth, I can see Venus that is supposedly supposed to be orbiting inside of ours. So I was just curious what you guys think about that, and I'll take the answer offline.
Okay. Cool.
How far past sunset are you,
keep
Paul?
Up the great work.
Paul, wait, stop. Go ahead,
Paul,
Karen.
how far past sunset are you?
What?
How far past sunset are you?
Well, I'm in the same time zone as Mark, so it's I don't know, it's probably been an hour or so. I don't know.
Yeah, an hour.
Oh. Yeah, you shouldn't see Venus then.
It's about 8:40 here, so Venus, and it's not just on the horizon. I mean, this thing is up in the sky. This is like 10. It's above 10 o'clock. It's like 10:30 in the sky as far as like angle.
Yeah,
So
I've
like
seen
9 o'clock is the horizon. I'm talking like 10:30.
Yeah. I've seen Venus show up like a beacon in the sky well before sunset. Well before. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then it just goes all night.
It shows up. Yeah, exactly. And it stays there. It stays in the sky. I mean, it's moving, obviously. You can see it move over time, but, I mean, again, I'm no expert in this stuff, but I'm just looking back at my old textbook here from, I look back at my son's textbook. He's in school and he's got a science class. He's a middle schooler, and it's showing the diagram of the solar system here. And, Mercury and Venus are supposedly inside of our orbit. So I just don't understand how in the world I could see those guys after sunset. Just some food for thought. I was on a flight recently down to California and had a great shot coming into Southern California. And out the window, I could see Mercury and Venus, according to the star map app that I was using. It was Mercury and Venus and the moon, all I could see out the side window. And it was night. It was really cool.
Interesting. All right.
Did you get that on your P900?
I did.
Awesome.
I always have the P900. I never go anywhere without it. You never know when you'll need it.
That's true.
Okay.
Never go anywhere without your drone or your P900.
There you go.
Well, I don't have a drone, but I do have a P900.
I got that from David Weiss.
Nice. All right, man. Hey, I've got to grab.
I know you got a lot of callers.
Yeah, we got to grab a few more.
Yep, I'll let you guys go. Keep it up.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Keep it flat.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. And he is gone. Let's pick up right away. Let's go to Alhambra, California. Not to be confused with Telemundo. What's going on? Josh. Josh, pick up the phone. You got to talk into the phone, Josh.
Yo, what's up?
There he is. Sorry you were on hold for so long. What is going on down there in sunny CA?
Nothing much is happening in California right now. Everything's pretty chill.
Right on.
It's getting kind of warm now.
Yeah. Well, it is April.
Although talking to people from other parts of the country, though, apparently the snow falling looks like cotton candy.
Weird.
Like, it doesn't look right. Yeah. Poncho Pete in England, like a couple of weeks ago, actually, he did the whole thing where he made a snowball, and then him and his son tried to melt it with a lighter. And he was on his channel, and he was like, "It's not melting." Yeah. So
Weird.
It's the same old stuff.
All right. That's cool.
But and then on top of that, finally today a review came out. You remember that this Flat Earth theater production that's supposed to be up
Broadway play. Yeah.
Well, so they finally got some reviews. Apparently, the play just sucks. For one.
Oh. Right.
The whole premise of the play, it's being basically described as they're pushing an agenda with school shootings. That's exactly what the writers of the articles were basically saying.
Yeah.
That there's no emotion in it. Apparently, the only connection that it actually has with Flat Earth is supposedly the writer wrote. She had some assignment when she was like, "Oh no, not the writer, the kid in the play."
Right.
Her last assignment before the school shooting was supposed to be about Christopher Columbus, and so her paper was titled "This Flat Earth." That's where the play gets the title. And besides that, it's got nothing to do with Flat Earth, except for now the people doing the reviews are able to start bagging on Flat Earth.
Sure.
Because of how stupid the play is, and they're just saying that's how stupid. Yeah, it's them doing their thing, like always.
I got you. I'm hearing you. Cool. All right. Well, again, it's not going to hurt us because if there's an off-Broadway play with Flat Earth in the title, and it's not about Flat Earth, that's fine. It'll just generate more metrics and give more people an excuse to talk about it, like kind of the documentary that's going to be coming out here in another 3 weeks. As soon as that thing hits distribution, the media has an excuse to address it and hammer it any way, and interpret it any way they want, because it's the degree of separation. They don't have to talk to Flat Earthers directly. They can talk to the filmmakers, which will work out in our favor, hopefully. And it'll probably make me look bad. The what?
Except the only issue I have with that is we all know that right at the end it was a bunch of crap. We know that they were lying through their teeth.
No, not the Brazil guys. No, the American documentary, which nobody's seen yet.
Oh, you're talking about the one at the film festival?
Yeah. No, not the Brazil guys. No. Forget about those guys. They're I don't know. They're Brazilian. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm just saying because a lot of people keep wanting to point to the first part of the documentary.
Yeah.
Saying that it's cool because of the test that they did. Yeah. But when you find out at the end that they're a bunch of liars, how can you believe what you saw in the beginning now?
Don't forget that a lot of the younger crowd, and I'm talking about the 18 to 24s, who apparently a third of them believe in Flat Earth already, won't even make it through the first hour. It'll just be more reinforcement for them. So a lot of, even I'm like going, oh God, I'm like trying so hard not to skip through this video, and I wanted to so many times, but it's fine. Don't sweat it. It will not hurt us in the end. Even with the whole Portuguese speaking alien in the bushes thing, even that is not going to, if it hasn't hurt us by now, it's not going to. Because and now if it was an American production, oh yeah, you bet it would hurt us. But since it's from South America, it's not going to be nearly as bad. So we're going to be okay. Hey, Josh, I hate to do this to you, but I got one more call I got to take, and then I got to say my goodbyes to our television star here, Karen. Okay?
Yeah, and Karen, I'm so sorry, lady. I did not mean to completely ignore you right now. I'm sorry.
Lady?
That's fine. I'm so used to it.
I enjoy talking to Karen, dude. I get to chat with her every now and then.
I know.
Karen's awesome. I'm a little bit afraid of her and how well she shoots, but
yeah, I know. We'll see. Anyway,
all right, guys. I'll chat with you guys later. All right.
Okay, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
All right, let's pick up Oregon 541 area code. This will probably be the last call of the night. Then Karen and I will close this one out. 541 area code. You are on live with Strange World with world-renowned ex-tennis star Karen B.
Hey, Karen B. Hi, Mark. It's Reggie in Oregon.
Hey.
I talked to you a couple weeks ago. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. What's new?
Good. Well, a couple of things. I did what I said I was going to do.
Oh boy!
I rebranded.
Can we talk about this on air? It might be a little personal.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Are you
It's
sure?
not like I got tattoos yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm totally sure.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
tattoos? I got a bunch of
That's fine.
tattoos.
I know, right? I don't have a single.
I said yet. I don't have new tattoos yet. No, not yet.
So
anyway,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it'll be interesting. I kind of have it all figured out already, you know. I'll get the eyebrows, I'll get the looks, I'll get all that stuff. But, you know, what else would they expect? It's kind of controversial like me. It's kind of, a little edgy like me and very memorable. So I'll deal with it.
All right.
I've got some stuff I'm going to email you, and I'll ask for your feedback. So I'll put in the subject line Flat Earth Herb so you know it's me.
Right.
And it's about the website because I'm building the website to go with it, and I kind of wanted some feedback from you to kind of help make it, you know, a good one.
Do
As
you
far
want
as
to plug? Do
feeding
you want
in
to
the-
plug your thing while you're on the whole Flat Earth Herb thing?
Oh no, it's not ready yet. I'm still
All right.
going crazy with getting all their stuff wired in, but it's good. So, but I have two things. Karen, I love your laugh. It's fun. I loved it. It's
Great,
you've got
thank
a great laugh.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I watched this movie this past week. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't even know if it's very new. It's called The Titan. Have you seen it?
I have not
It's
seen
disgusting.
it yet. I have not
Okay.
heard anything about it yet.
I won't do a spoiler, but yeah, they're trying to manipulate human DNA so they can send someone to live on a moon of some
Oh,
other planet.
wait. I have heard
It's-
about this. I have heard
Yeah.
about this. Yep, the Peanut Gallery told me about this. Yep.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Hold on anyway. All right. That's about all I got to say, except my brother lives in Missouri and it was snowing on April 2nd and April 1st and April 4th. Can you believe it? Snowing. April.
Wow. Well,
I know.
The climate change, people can say what they want. Of course, I treat it like, look, if it's a pressurized and closed system, we have, I think, messed up some of the automated controls. Sort of like the air conditioning
Yeah,
relay that
I
went out
agree.
on my car, which I got to have fixed. Has a life of its own now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Makes it hard to get dressed in the morning, huh?
No. In the car. I don't get dressed in the car most of the time.
No, but to know what to wear,
Yeah.
to know what to wear.
Oh, right.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
oh, I got to wear a jacket. Oh, I got to take it off.
Catch
No,
up. Come on.
Right.
Okay, well, I had fun with Peanut Gallery in the chat. So, hey, Peanut Gallery, you're all right.
Peanut Gallery says fine, and he says hi, and he says do shameless plugs for you and Karen before the show ends. Okay, that means I gotta go. All right, hey,
Okay,
have
have
fun,
fun.
and we'll talk soon. Okay.
Yes, I'll be in touch, and like I said, I'll send an email and ask for some feedback because of the links that I'd like to put in there would come back to you on the clues and stuff
Right.
like that.
Code
Okay.
for
Talk to you later.
pictures. Right. Yep. Call me. Right. Gotcha. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay. All right. So we're real close to wrapping up another successful show. All I have to do is grab this thing. And right, shameless plugs for you. So, Karen, where can we find more of your stuff? Where would you like us to look to find out more about you?
Well, I have a YouTube channel. It's just Karen B. Very simple. It's you'll see a little bluebird. That's me. And
so
then
B stands for bluebird?
No, it doesn't.
Stand for badass?
Yes, that's what it stands for.
Okay,
it stands
good.
for badass.
It's kind of like super bad, but for women.
Right.
Karen badass. Hey, look, honestly, I didn't see there was anything wrong with Viper. I know that a lot of women use Viper as a stage name, but that's fine.
Wasn't that one of the names in Kill Bill? Wasn't one of them Viper?
Oh, crap, I think it was. I only saw that movie once or twice. Well,
that means you're not original.
Were you kidding? I steal stuff all the time. I steal movie quotes but I try to steal obscure quotes that most people don't get. And I will test those out from time to time. So anyway, so Karen B, and then if you're going to do anything with FEcore, you'll put announcements for that on your channel, and you're going to be speaking at the Flat Earth International Conference coming up in Denver, Colorado in November. Exactly. And anything else comes to mind? Anything else you're working on?
Well, you can subscribe to my channel. I'm working on stuff. I'm working on a project with Dr. Zach right now. Also, go to FEcore.org if you want to keep up with the stuff that FEcore is doing and their experiments, and you can sign up to be a member. And we also started a forum on there. We have a chat forum for members, and we're also going to be doing one for the public as well. And I think that's it. I might be forgetting something, and I'm sorry if I am.
That's okay. I, of course, will be doing Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes with Patricia Steer tomorrow afternoon at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, the YouTube channel, otherwise known as FEOHP. And after that, I'm going to do the film festival here in 3 weeks. And if anyone wants to bring me out to a meetup, just let me know. Just give me plane fare out there, and I will hang out and drink and talk Flat Earth with everybody. I can't thank you enough, Karen, for coming on this evening and just kind of shooting the breeze. It's not you and I haven't really talked that much. We have completely different schedules, and I spend a lot of time down at the YMCA and down there. And you apparently
and I'm busy working for NASA and playing tennis and making adult movies. I got a very busy schedule.
Oh, well, yeah, I can't even imagine that you could find time to do freelance work at the Foreign Legion, doing some wet jobs here and there. But hey, gotta have hobbies. So that's good.
So ridiculous.
I know. So we have 20 seconds till we go out to music, and I'd just like to say thank you to everybody that called in. I, of course, will work on this thing after the show and post it. Blah, blah, blah. If you find any links or any cool stuff, please send them to me. If you have any license plates, send them to me. And if you want to hassle the guys from Red Letter Media, email contact@redlettermedia.com and tell them Mark wants his stuff back. That's it. So, hey, you know what? Next week, I'm going to be here. Same flat time, same flat channel. Karen, stay on for just a minute or two, okay?
Okie dokie.
Honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United